The most asked question we get about our machine is, can it do silicone? Yes, we specifically designed our machine to be able to handle high viscosity material like silicone, and I'm going to show you how a machine casted silicone mold compares to a hand casted silicone mold. I'll also show you how to do in-mold coloring and also how to integrate embedded screws into your casted parts to cut down on post-processing and assembly time. Let's get into it. Last video, I showed you the entire process of hand casting silicone. Hand casting silicone involves gathering cups, mixing tools, gloves, a degassing vacuum, a scale, and silicone components. It took me about 20 minutes of preparation, mixing and pouring to fill the mold, 10 minutes of cleaning, and a lot of wasted materials. I'll show you how our machine lowers the entire silicone injection process to just 3 minutes, a 90% reduction in your silicone casting process. I've got my mold box and silicone loaded into the machine, so let's inject. Purging a small amount of silicone at the beginning of injection helps eliminate any introduction of air to the silicone mixture. I've turned down the flow rate on this injection because I don't want the silicone to trap air as I'm filling the mold. Our system ensures a consistent flow rate throughout the entire injection, while hand pouring can be less consistent in allowing a smooth pour without introducing air. Our system also produces less waste than hand pouring, just 4 grams of wasted silicone during priming. Compared to hand casting silicone, using our machine eliminates the hassle of material preparation, measuring, over or under pouring, and reduces cleanup time. Because our system keeps your materials fresh, you don't have to calculate the exact weight before injection, just ensure your tanks are loaded and simply inject your needed amount. Then run a cleaning sequence so the device is prepped for the next injection. It's been a few hours and the silicone is completely set, so I'll take it out of the mold box and get some close-ups so we can compare it to a hand-casted silicone mold. The silicone used for this blue mold is 30A shore hardness, and Flovv had no problems pumping the thicker material. Compared to the hand-casted mold, there are no noticeable differences in integrity or quality. It's good practice to cut the bottom edges of your molds so they lay completely flat on your injection surface. I'm also adding talc powder to make the mold easier to handle and less likely to pick up dirt and dust. Now let's add some color. Here I have some pigment powder which I'll apply to the inside of the silicone mold so that the coloring reflects on the part when I demold. Adding powder pigment into the resin will not give you the shiny surface we're after. You actually need to add it to the surface of the mold. I'm using a soft brush to apply the powder and evenly spread it across all surfaces to ensure a consistent finish. I have our molds ready and I swapped our machine, so now we're casting polyurethane. So let's inject. The advantage of in-mold coloring is your part will be less likely to chip, peel, or fade. You'll save time on post-processing and also ensure a consistent color quality for your parts. Let's see how they turned out. Wow. The parts turned out amazing, and there's no difference in the quality between the mold we hand casted and the one we machine casted today. One more thing you can do to cut down on post-processing time is use embedded screws. So I'm going to inject, and as the liquid is setting into a solid, I'll suspend the screw and it'll harden around. Because polyurethane is isotropic, it creates an extremely strong hold on the base of the embedded screw, which heavily reduces the risk of failure under load. Screws aren't the only thing you can embed. Other common items are nuts, anchors, sensors, cables, and even other parts. Because polyurethane sets so quickly from a liquid to a solid, it allows many unique and cool ways to modify and improve what you're making. So that's how you can machine cast silicone to avoid the hand casting process, use end mold coloring for post-processing, and also utilize embedded screws to add something to your parts. So thank you so much for watching. Make sure you leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.